Hello, Holy One. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this space. Welcome to this space. Hello, hello. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm so grateful to see each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. And to all those that will make it via video, thank you for finding your way to this video. I'm grateful for all the ways in which we connect. And so here we are. Look at all these glorious faces coming in. I love it. And we cover the planet. We've got Portugal here, Morocco here, India here. We've got the US here, Slovenia's here. If I'm missing any spaces, just feel free to chat it into the chat as well. But we have a lot of us here in all the various forms in which we are being us. Yes, in all the ways we are being us. So thank you for being here. And this is our beautiful goddess course. This is an expansion class space. I had the understanding of what we were going to talk about today. And I thought, oh, I didn't see this one coming. I didn't see this one coming. But aren't those the ones that you kind of go, wow, right? Usually there's some kind of wow connected. So, all right. Now, here's my title that I heard in my head this morning. You know me, I love a good lead in, right? All right. So here's my title. Shamed and blamed. Yes. The real story of the goddess Eve. Oh, what? What? So now, whether you have any type of connection with the Christian faith or Christian belief structure, it's not needed here in this class space. Well, I'm going to talk about Eve, although that could be a thought you would have, right? Eve, oh, she's going to talk about Adam and Eve. I don't have that structure. Or maybe you do have that structure and you may be like, oh, I don't want her to talk about Eve. But let's just allow the space. Yes, let's just allow the space. And I'm going to share these thoughts and these understandings. And they are thoughts and understandings that I feel are very assisting to us as human beings and as women, as feminine beings. Yes. And then you will allow you to take the information into your life. And then you can either put it on a back shelf, ponder it and look at it when you're ready, if you feel to ever. But there's no judgment on that. Or you can bring it right out and start allowing yourself to watch it unfold in your life. And that's truly what happens with anything we begin to ponder, begin to think about. It'll start unfolding in your life. It'll start reflecting in your life in one way or another. So my understanding of what we are being asked to look at as a collective of the beings who are in, yes, this goddess course, okay? And any year you come in, it doesn't matter. So we have some here who have been here for a while and some who are brand new. It doesn't matter. What we're being asked to look at together and anchor through our root lines into our existence on this planet is the understanding that there is a incredibly deeply embedded vibrational frequency throughout the entire species of humanity that holds an immense amount of shame and an immense amount of blame placed upon the woman. And it is within the story of Eve, which is the story of creation. Are you following me? Let's take a breath. Yane, 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 yane. Usonea taua. Every single time you and I, yes, connect in on these spaces of understanding, and we understand them even incrementally, even a little bit in a new way, we break ourselves out of a grip of vibrational alignment that we no longer are. Are you with me? So this story, and that's important. Could we please all make that bold? You know, when you type, you can choose to embolden the letters, right? You can make the letter be bolder, thicker. So the story, yes, the story of Eve, the story of Adam and Eve. Embolden that word story. Highlight it with yellow. Underline it and italicize it, yes? It is a story. That is almost everything I have to say. It is a story. Are you with me? I mean, really, right? There you go. Period. It's a story. It only becomes an alignment of our reality when we accept it as our own story. When we feed it our focus as our own connection point. And you don't have to be a Christian to feed into this. You can be a woman who lives in a societal structure on the planet Earth of humanity and its existence as a species, and you're already aligning in with this space of shame and blame because it's embedded. It's embedded. It's embedded not only in the Christian faith with divine, beautiful Eve. Yes, but it's embedded within the cultural teachings of many traditions, many continents, countries on our planet. Yes, the woman is to walk behind, or the man is to this and the woman is to that, and don't speak unless you're asked. And there's many things, there's many spaces. And we have such a representation here of culture that I think everybody here could be like, amen, hallelujah, and whatever else, high five from the back row. But our awareness, yes, our presence with the understanding of this allows us to choose whether we continue to be a part of that vibrational story, or whether we are acknowledging the fact that that's what it is and we are not that. And we really are doing so much more than that, but let's just take it piece by piece. So the rise of the goddess, this course, the rise of the goddess, I told you from day one, I will not teach you about the goddesses of human history, because that's not what this is about. This is about the goddess of you. Yes. And then when I woke up this morning and I heard in my head this whole shame and blame and Eve, and I heard goddess Eve, and I thought, I've never heard her called that before, ever, because she's embedded in a faith of a teaching where you're not supposed to have goddesses, right? That would be like against the whole deal. But I thought about her in connection with, even if you go with her as just being a story, even if we find out one day history's been, really concocted, created, and it's not even what we thought it was. Even if that's true, there's been so much focus and faith, very important, focus and faith placed in this story, that this story has gained legs. Do you understand me? Do you understand that that's a saying we use in the US? It's gained legs, like it's grown, it's taken on a life of its own, and it is an actual viable connective point of energy. And I think it was done. Yeah, nay, my take doesn't have to be yours or anybody else's. Yes, my take is that it was done to solidify the separation of power with the feminine. Yes, it was done to really separate out the natural flow of the divine feminine, the goddess within the feminine form. It was done to really assist in boxing that up, shutting that down. Yes. And so and there's so many things here to allow ourselves to release and open up. Yes, connected with this. And I know there are other versions of the story. I am familiar with Lilith. I am familiar with the teachings around Adam and Eve in the most fundamental manner, and then also more metaphysical space, spirituality teaching. But I don't think those matter as in this teaching, in this class right now. I think what we're asking ourselves to see right now is this embedded vibrational storyline of shame and blame. And we're asking ourselves to see the shame and blame line because in one way or another, we have somewhere along our lifetime, maybe many times, I know myself, there have been more than one time, we have allowed the shame and blame. In one way or another, in some facet, in some relationship, in some, yes, even personal experiential space with yourself, right? Where you judge something you said or you judge something you didn't say, that you look back and say, I wished I would have said, or I wished I would have done. So no matter how you are looking at it, I'm just here to relay that I believe that's what we're being asked to do, is acknowledge the space as a story and acknowledge the space as a box it up, separate it out. Yes. And then I think we're being asked to open it up and free her. The sun is coming out as I'm saying this. We've had this beautiful cloudy morning. I actually really enjoyed it because it's close to Thanksgiving for me. I live in the US and I just got out of a 45-minute line wrapped around a building to get a ham. I felt like I was in the Christmas with the Cranks movie. I don't know if you ever saw it. It's a great movie. If you've never seen it, watch it. Christmas with the Cranks. So anyways, I came home 15 minutes before class from getting my ham and it was cloudy. And I was like, oh, it feels like, winter, right? Like it's going to snow, even though it can't snow where I live. It doesn't snow where I live. So anyways, now as I'm speaking about freeing Eve, it broke for just a moment and now it's sealing itself back up a little bit. But I think that was a sign from Mother Earth, from our spaces of the goddess that are in every single facet of everything that is, right? Everything, the wind as the goddess, the trees as the goddess, everything. The clouds broke when I mentioned freeing Eve. So we're going to do it at the end of class, this space together. We're going to go in together into the quantum field, into the human history, and we're going to remove Eve from that embedded line and we're going to free her. We're going to wrap her in some golden light and allow her to walk in the goddess that she is, if you will, the rise of her goddess. Does this make sense to you? All right. Okay. So we're going to go in just a minute to do that, but let's just allow ourselves to take some points out of this. Like if you were going to bullet point it, I learned this from one of you, Kirsten. She's amazing with bullet points. My emails look so much better now since I met her. It makes things so much easier for people to pick up on and read. So anyways, I just created an email for the Destin event coming up in 2024. And you should see it. It's so good. And I had to giggle because it looks like Kirsten made it. So I hope she feels proud of me when she sees it. But what we're going to bullet point right now for this class, what I want you to highlight, make note of, remember, take home, implement, yes, allow it to flow within your being, ponder this, think about it, imagine it, visualize. All of this that I'm saying will help you expand this energy. All that I just said, all the ways we connect with this will help us expand this energy, will help us free Eve. Isn't that a beautiful sentence? 2 words. Free Eve. Free Eve. So as your bullet points are, yes, that the shame and the blame are a story. The shame and the blame are a story. They are not a fact. They are a storyline. And they can be traced, that storyline can be traced back to fear. When anyone puts shame upon you, tries to shame you, tries to blame you, or you find yourself shaming yourself or blaming yourself, you can trace that line of that story that you're telling yourself or someone's trying to tell you. You can trace it back to fear. It does not go back to love. It goes back to fear, and the fear of whatever is then bringing in this connective point of shame and blame. So what you do with that, if you are making note of this, is you allow yourself to implement, move forward knowing this, and anytime, shame or blame or both come into your life in any way, a memory, a new experience, it doesn't matter. You see it in your mind as a line of energy hooked to those feelings that goes straight into a swirling space of fear. And if you can, if you choose to, I'm in this space where I'm implementing from this point. I understand this, that I'm telling you, and I've been doing this now. But what I'm also doing now is, as I know it's in the fear, I remain in love as I look at the fear. That's another level. Can you remain in love as you look at the fear? Even if that fear is not yours and it's someone else's that's inflicting that upon you. You know, they're shaming you or they're blaming you from their fear. And you hold the space of love as you watch it and as you see it and as you feel it and as you hear it. And you allow yourself to be that separated space, if you will, that is in that vibrational alignment of love and truth. And that says to itself, this is their fear. This is their story. And it's not mine. There we go again, opened wide up. All right, to drop the shade in a minute, but are you with me? Do you see how we're going to take what we're talking about? We're going to take this understanding and these aha moments, and we're going to implement in our lives by allowing ourselves to see this for what it is when it happens, if it happens. I carry less shame and blame now than I ever have in my whole life. I lived in it for a long time. I made a joke in 2020 when I used to teach the Being the New Humans in the very beginning. And I made a joke in that class that, and it wasn't really a joke, but a statement. I made a statement in the class that when I was waking up in 2006, when I was waking up in 2006, I was saying, I'm sorry all the time because I kept messing up. And it was happening so much that I said to myself and my kids and my husband, I should just get a t-shirt that just says I'm sorry across it, really big. And then I can just point at it all day long. So I was upset. I was tired of being sorry. I was tired of being shame. I was tired of feeling blame. But that space of my life allowed me to have this space of my life. It allowed me to shift the way I felt about shame and shift the way I felt about blame and realize it was a story and it didn't have to be mine. And it doesn't have to be yours. And it doesn't have to be Eve's. It doesn't have to be Eve's. Oh, we're rewriting history right now. Do you understand that? Yes, we're rewriting the energy vibration of the feminine in just having this conversation, in just hearing me. We are rewriting, yes, this vibrational flow. And because we rewrite it and this other space of it becomes available then through our anchorship of it, anything in existence can connect in if it chooses and can drop the shame and drop the blame and can begin to get the wisdom that comes from the shame and the blame space and the fear space. It's all wisdom. It's all expansion. It's all exploratory spaces. That's all it is. But we get so wrapped up in the weight of it all that for a while, we can't hear any or feel any or see any of those spaces of wisdom because we're too busy seeing and feeling the shame and the blame. All right. So Kirsten says her middle name is Evelyn. So Eve is, and is it pronounced Evelyn? Yes, but Eve is the first part of the name. I love it. I love it. That's beautiful. And we have Quantum Kate here. She says, free Eve, free us. Beautiful. I love it. Yeah, I know. It should be like a shirt. You know, I had the I'm sorry shirt. I feel like I want to have Free Eve, free us shirt, or wear free. Eve's free, wear free, you know? All right. Okay. So let's go into a space together energetically. Will you do that with me? Will you go into the field of the quantum with me? You are a powerful being of light. I am a powerful being of light, and we are aware of our power. And we are going to move into this space together here and allow ourselves to open this energy up. All right. So if you can, just allow yourself to get comfortable. You can close your eyes if you want or keep them open, whatever works for you. But just allow yourself nice deep breath in, nice and slow, nice and deep. Yummy. Just allow your breath. You're allowing your breath and you're allowing your body to drop. Yes. You're allowing yourself to sink into the space of connection. Just allow your breath. Yummy. Very, really big clearings going on in the solar plexus. This is you and this is your family lineage beyond comprehension. It is beyond this lifetime. It is every lifetime, yes, that has ever been. Allow your breath, please. Energy's rising really quickly. The sides of the face are opening up. The sides of the face, the jaw. Yakakokwane. Yane. We're moving ourselves through the field of the quantum. Yes, we're moving ourselves through the field of the quantum. It is the limitless space of all. It is the nothing and the everything, all at the same time. And as we move through the field of the quantum together, we become one light. Yes. Our collective in this space, as this unit, as these divine feminine become one light. Yes. And we move through the field and we seek out and find the alignment of Eve. Yes. Oh, can you feel her? Yes. Can you feel her? Imagine and see through her eyes. Yes, for one moment, allow. Yes. To be that space of energy, to be that space of itself, and then to have such a massive impact on an entire planet and species. Yes. Allow your breath, please. Allow your breath. Yes, the energy is opening up. The energy is opening up. The energy in your crown is opening as this energy is opening up. It has been boxed. It has been gripped. But it is being released. Yes. Yes, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. Released, yes, from the shame, released from the blame, released from the story. Created with a purpose. Yes. Of nothing else but suppression. Yes. Yes. Very big clearing and expansion in the solar plexus. Just allow your breath. We've got this. This is the lineages being cleared. This is the grandmothers, yes? Your mother's mother, the great grandmothers. This is the lineages. Please allow your breath. Crowns are opening, third eye's opening, solar plexus doubled over. This is the lineages. You're clearing them. I'm clearing them. We're clearing them. Yes. Allow your breath. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Beautiful clearing. Oh, how glorious I felt at the exact time of the clearing. The whole back of the skull opened and like a wind blew out the front of the solar plexus and out the back of the skull, like equally. Oh, how beautiful, running up the heart center and through the throat. Oh, how beautiful. Allow your breath. Yes. Allow your breath. Now we're anchoring it. Your root lines are opening. Solar plexus is kicking in again. Just allow your breath. We're anchoring it. So, the spine is elongating. Yes. Yes. The root lines are expanding, strengthening as they are anchoring the freedom of Eve. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Beautifully done. The tree is growing. Yes. The root lines are growing. Yes. Allow your breath. You are releasing all the spaces that are your personal connective points with this. Yes. They can be connected through other cultures, other traditions, other religions, other teachings, family structures. You're releasing them right now, that they no longer be your story. Yes, 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 yes. Your authentic wholeness flooding in. Yes. Shane. Yaku. Breathe and allow your breath, please. Yane. Yes. Your mothers are standing by you. Your mother, your mother's mother, whether they are physically alive still, it doesn't matter. Their presence is by you. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, wow, that's a lot of emotion, but it's beautiful. Allow your breath, please. You came to be. You came to be this space. I hear a word. It's not perfect, but we're going to allow it. You came to be a freedom fighter. It is not that we seek to have a fight or have a war, but we seek to say, no more, no more, no more. Yes, we free Eve from the connection of this story. We listen with our heart and our quantum mind. We listen to Eve's truth. We beckon her authenticity to speak her heart through us. Yes. What was not told was that she is love in the form of the space of herself. Yes, big clearing. Just allow your breath, please. Just allow your breath. Golden light flooding in. Golden light flooding in. Yes! Absolutely beautiful. She is free through you. Yes! She is thankful to be freed from a story that was never hers. And we allow ourselves to be freed from any stories that were never ours. Yes! Allow your breath. Allow your breath, allow the space. Allow yourself to bless the space. Allow yourself to seal this up in your love. Seal this in your, yes, divine, sacred alignment of truth. Yes. Wrap her in golden light. Place a crown of roses upon her head. Walk free, Eve. Walk in the light of love. Shaneneawa. Sotokoko ane iapopoa. Dea, dea, dea. Huyane. Allow your breath. When you're ready, allow yourself to bring your focus back to your physical eyes. And if you don't want to come back right now, you don't have to. Allow your breath. Allow yourself the space to acknowledge the energy. Acknowledge your vibration in your form. Acknowledge the vibration in the space you are in. Allow yourself to acknowledge it. Allow yourself to make note of it. It's different. Allow yourself to acknowledge, I'm different. I have heard, I have felt, I have seen, I have anchored alignments of myself that are different. Incremental or huge, it doesn't matter. They're different. And everything is energy. Yes. I could have stayed in here a lot longer. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. And I saw us doing other spaces of the feminine. I saw us working with Mary Magdalene. There's so many teachings on her that are so off and wrong. And there's others. And I feel like we're being asked to hold these spaces of alignment as the divine feminine within our now lives for these spaces of the collective and the history we're connected to, whether we believe those stories or not. We have the ability to bring them love. So thank you. Thank you so much for being this space. Thank you for being here in whatever way that worked out for you. None of this is by chance. None of this is by chance. The fact that you found this alignment when you found it is everything. Thank you. There's still clearing going on in the solar plexus. It's probably going to go on through the entire day, night, wherever you are on the planet. Just know your body knows exactly what to do and it's doing it masterfully. And just allow. You are like a filter of love. And these dense energies are just filtering through your love and coming out the other side at a higher vibrational space of themselves. Does this make sense to you? So just allow. Trust yourself. If you live in the US, get ready to eat some turkey tomorrow or ham or whatever you eat in your family. Maybe it's vegetables. Maybe you do tofu turkey or whatever it's called. I don't know. But however you are having your now, may it be blessed unendingly with peace and love. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Beyond words, thank you for writing in here. Thank you for the 1133 notation. Thank you, Maya. She says, thank you. Wow, this was huge. It is big. It is big. We could do an entire space for just these types of spaces. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4 right now, so that's cool. All right, holy ones, write me an email. Tell me something you picked up on. Share with me something you understood by being this space. And if it's not right now, but it's next week, just do it then. You understand? I process for, that's why I never send my client notes out for 24 hours because so much is coming in. I can't turn it off after 60 minutes and then, oh, that's it. I like to give 24 hours. I have stuff coming in my dreams when I'm waking up in the morning. So give yourself some time with it, but please share. Thank you, Lamia. Thank you for that as well. She says, thank you. Yes, it is big, 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 big. And she capital letters for big. See, I bold, italicize, capital letters, highlight, all of the above, right? All right, holy ones, I love you unendingly. Thank you so much for being the divine within form. I love you. I love you. I love you.